Hello everyone, my name is Lost and welcome back to my channel. As I said in my last episode, we're going to be starting to work our way towards a storage facility because we need one. And if I'm going to build anything big, then I really need one. And I'd like to build some big things. You just have to have space for all the stuff you need to hang on to. Now, because I'm kind of landlocked here with this little house, I think what I'm going to do is try to get a path going to a sea. Or at least a river. There is a frozen river directly east of me, and it's about half the distance to get to the river that it would be to get to the ocean. But then I have a frozen river to deal with, and I don't want it frozen. So that's going to be another thing we have to deal with. I'm not going to be digging the canal, which is what's eventually going to be the connector right now, because that's just a lot of digging dirt. What I am going to do is grab the bed, because otherwise I will have issues with nighttime. What I am going to do is at least get the path for where that's going to go, and from there, and clear anything just over top of the path that's going to be an issue. Because obviously it's a problem. Of course, we'll see where we end up. Which coordinate is it? Y-wise? If I'm way too high, then we might have to come up with a solution. But we will start with this. And this is just currently going to be a straight road through everything, essentially. So we will be doing some digging, but I'm not going to dig the whole thing because, well, I have the misfortune of putting my base right next to a Jagged Peaks biome. So there's definitely a mountain that is, like, right in the way. I don't know if this is part of a mountain or not. I can check. Let me just put down a torch. No, we're still in the taiga. And yes, we're heading east. I didn't completely get confused and start going the wrong way. For some reason I wasn't assuming that there was going to be a hill like 2 seconds in that I had to dig through. Oh, it became night. Okay, that's the real problem with having to dig through things. Really? Bundles aren't good for much, are they? They're just too small. What's the point of having something that I can put one stack of an item in, knowing full well that one stack of an item is never going to be the amount that I need to carry? I mean, yes, I get it. The bundle is to free up space from small bits, but still, like, it's not great when you've got anything that isn't little bits, and not many people carry little bits. Also, I erroneously put a tool in a bundle, and that's it. That's all it carries, is one full health tool. So, like, I'm not entirely sure what the point of bundles is, personally. I don't know what's up with the line of snow there, but okay. I do have a bow. I don't have very many arrows. It's pretty much solely reserved for creepers at this point, so I probably don't need it out right now. This is going to make a mess. Putting these... Oop, nope, we're not going up. Hang on. That was down 1 level, so this... Okay, this is the base layer. The problem with canals, that's honestly, just build your starter base near an ocean. Advice, seriously, do it. Try to find water, large amounts of water, because it is a big pain to have to do this. So I mean, obviously, ideally, you just get an elytra, but I have no idea how long that's going to take. It might be a while. It might not be a priority. So, I might need, and yeah, elytra and shulkers. Until you get an elytra and shulkers, you're kind of stuck working with stuff like chest boats to transport. Can't English. Transport large amounts of items, but if you're going to use a chest boat, you gotta have water. Because boats on land are extremely slow. Just put dirt there so nothing can sneak up behind me. That'd be just what I need. Back raged by zombies. No sneak attacks. Not permitted. But yeah. Chest boats aren't fast unless they've got water. And until I get wings and shulkers, chest boats are what it's gonna have to be. Aside from which, it's just oops, that's not a pickaxe, that's an axe. More realistic to have a canal, at least one, than it is to fully go and just fly. If you want, and it's just if you're building anything that's supposed to fit together, like if you're planning on building a city or a bunch of just anything interconnected, you have to think about stuff like that, and like, are we dealing with... Really? Again? There was a thunderstorm last night. Actually, I don't even know if it's night. But really? What is going on with the weather in this world? But if you're gonna build anything that's intended to be, like, connected or have a story or anything, you need to think about stuff like that. Because, like, actual people outside of you, the Minecrafter, who clearly will end up with an elytra and such, blah blah blah, need ways to travel and to transport. So a canal is pretty typical, especially if you're not going, like, futuristic. And it's... well, I mean, it's also a handy landmark to have, even if you are flying, then you're not checking coordinates all the time, necessarily, if you've got visible things on the ground. But yeah, I'd like to be able to link things together in a realistic, well, not necessarily realistic, but reasonable way. So, like, yeah, the farm, the tree farm, whatever, is all connected to the storage area, whatever it ends up being. And it's all connected to where people live and this and that. Because in the real world, you'd have some kind of a network between those things, whether it's roads or canals or whatever else. I don't know if there's a third option. How are we still underground? Thank you. I haven't been bothering to dig copper, so yes, just got copper. Yay! This is a really long stretch of underground. Yes, I said... I did say I was in a... right next to a, Jagged Peaks biome, / just anything mountains, but we're not in mountains anymore. This is a taiga. Also, my pickaxe is about to die, and I don't have any more pickaxes, so... Oh, hey, dirt. Hey, we're free! Now, here's the problem. There's the river that we wanted to connect to. We're very high up. So, let me just get out of there for a moment. What do we do now? Because that and that aren't going to work together. That will work just fine. That's not an issue. But somehow this needs to connect to my base, which isn't going to work. Like, here's the line right here where I put it. Because I could go all the way down here. And dig all the way back. Sorry, tree, you are definitely in the way regardless of where I go. Oop. That's not what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. There. So we have a conundrum. Because that is very high up. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Because my base is at 90... a Y height of 90 something. And sea level in Minecraft is not 90. Clearly, it's 63. Oh, good. So, what do we do? Do we not link them? It's an option. Do we build something here to allow a slightly awkward link? Do we figure out a way to link them anyways? Because that will be a big nuisance. And it'll be entirely underground also, which is awkward. I mean, potential, less frozen water, but awkward and not great. It's all awkward at this point just because of the height difference. I'm thinking the answer is going to be awkwardly link these. Problem is, firstly, it's a long way to awkwardly link. And secondly, awkward linking is just kind of tricky. Doing a tiny bit of science. Do campfires melt ice? Or do they not? Ow. That was uncalled for. Very, very uncalled for. I'm guessing they do. I'm hoping they do. As they look a lot nicer than having torches. But, it's not going to work for all of this. As unfortunately, yes, this is a frozen river biome, so that's not ideal. Oop. Where's this going? I mean, cool, a cave, but... also, like, what? Pretty sure this river was supposed to link up to an ocean? What are we doing going this way? It's supposed to go over there somewhere? Houston, we have a problem? This whole endeavor might be foiled, because this is supposed to connect, and I'm not sure that it does. What on earth is that? Is this just weird terrain generation? This is a giant blob of dirt? I can't tell. Oh, wait! I think I might know what this is, actually. Is this a ruined portal that generated... Yes, it is. This is a ruined portal! What on earth did they add? Weird trees? No, this is not a tree. This is a ruined portal that just generated not in anything. Could I get up this hill, please? This doesn't need to be this difficult. It is unnecessary for it to be this difficult. Yeah, this is just a flying ruined portal. It's kind of cool. This is actually the first time I've seen a ruined portal generate without ground around it. Of any kind. This is just floating. Did they add weird dead trees that I didn't know about? Did they add stuff? What's going on? You don't expect to see a ruined portal flying. I want to keep this here. I want to do something with this now because it's weird. Like, can we, like, chain this to the ground or something and build onto it? Or near it, not onto it necessarily? That'd be cool. But that's not what we're doing right now. Alright. Ooh, I almost made the mistake of jumping off of there. Oh, the elytra will catch me. I don't have an elytra. That's called falling. And it will hurt. It will hurt a lot. In fact, it will kill me. Without wings. That's interesting. So we're going to do something around here. Which is going to be something down here, something up there, something over there. We are going to turn that into a canal. But it's going to be an awkward canal because it's way too high compared to actual sea level. Where, before I get too carried away with that, is the other end of this river going? Because I could have sworn this river was supposed to be basically a sideways U-shape connected to an ocean, but that side is clearly not doing what it's supposed to do. According to things. This side, does this side actually get where it's supposed to get to? Because if this side also doesn't get where we need it to go, then there's some other problems. Namely the fact that I don't actually have an outlet to the sea, and the canal is very much confused and on hold. Okay. So, change plans. We're probably not going to do anything down here because there's no point. Either I have found a extra frozen river that I wasn't expecting to find, or I found the wrong frozen river that doesn't go where I thought it went, which is possible. But regardless, it's further down. This is not going to work to use as part of a canal because it doesn't link to anything. So, I wonder... Let me just get back over here. I'm going to leave those campfires down here for now. Now I have to get back up there. Easier said than done? By a lot? Back up this hill. Nope. I am not good at parkour. Not really. Or at the very least, I'm not good at strafing parkour. If I... Oops. So this is our canal line right now. If I were to extend this straight across... How would that work out? It probably wouldn't, because we're going to still end up with the same issue of levels, which is not helpful, because I am still up 30 blocks too high. But there's probably ways that I can make that work. Oh, how many blocks do I need to connect these? Apparently quite a lot. Come on. Gotta be getting close. Just don't let me run into... There we go. That. Because I definitely do not want to change that at all if I can. Okay, so this will eventually continue here, but I don't have enough of a pickaxe. To actually manage to dig all of that out right now. So I'm just going to see where exactly we end up if we go forwards with this. There's the ocean. Okay, yeah. That we can make work. Hi. Are you... You're the huskiest looking dogs. Right. Now another allegedly we're building something video where we don't actually build anything. This is becoming a trend. We'll have to build something in the next one. Even if it is a simple something. Just so that we can say we're actually building things in Minecraft, because currently we're very non-buildy. In the meantime, though, among other things, I need to knock down this giant pile of rocks, because it's very awkward. And I need to go back to my base, because I need a new pickaxe. Or two, in order to get through the rest of the mountains that I have in the way, so that I can get to the ocean, which is step 1, is just get to the ocean. Step 2 is build a storage area in the ocean. It's really easy to make it bigger, then I don't have to clear land if it's in an ocean. Logic. Also, I don't like necessarily having things like on top of each other. It just feels a bit awkward. In terms of farms and storage and base, and I feel like it's okay to spread things out a bit. If everything is too jammed together, then it doesn't look good, and it doesn't allow you to add space or remove. Well, you can't remove space, that doesn't work. But you can't add space, you can't shift things around too much, because as soon as you try to move something a little bit to the left, you run into something else. So yeah, I'm much more prone to spreading things out. But I will make more pickaxes, and I will finish that digging off video, so that next time we can actually build a canal. And let's be honest, an aqueduct, because we have to get it over several areas that are decidedly lower than where this base is at. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!